Hi, welcome to the Good Apple Yoga channel. I'm the Good Apple, and remember, it all starts from the core. I'm honored for you to be here with me today to practice some yoga poses and stretches for after a hard workout. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss out on new content. Let's get started. So to open this session, we are actually going to start with some Simhasana breathwork. So Simhasana is lion's breath. This is a really wonderful way to release and expel any energy before we invite anything new in and move on our mat for our practice today. So you can either come cross-legged pretzel pose, or you can come to fire log on either side. Whichever works here for you, even if you just want to cross your legs, cross at the ankles, whatever's accessible for you today. So with Simhasana, you start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, you're going to open up the mouth and spread out the tongue. Lion's breath. Seated up nice and tall. Inhale through the nose. Let it out, and the tongue hangs out. If you'd like to deepen this practice, deepen this sensation, you're welcome to open your eyes, gaze up towards your third eye. You can take that a little bit deeper. And to take this even one step further, you can come up onto your knees. Inhale through the nose, rest through the hands, and exhale, crawl forward. Inhale, crawl your way back. Exhale, crawl forward. So Simhasana, or lion's breath, again, is a really wonderful way to release any stale energy, anything that might be left within you, in order to cultivate something new on your mat for our practice. So we're going to get started in our Balasana, child's pose. For Balasana, you can have your big toes touch and your knees as wide as whatever you like. Some people like just as wide as that hip bone. Some people like a little bit wider to let the chest fall in a little bit deeper. Whatever you like here, you're going to crawl your arms out to extend, reaching the crown of the head forward, third eye down to the earth. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, come down to child's pose. Option here, you can bring a block to the forehead, or you can bring a block underneath the hips. You can even bring a rolled up blanket behind the knees if it's too much pressure on the knees, whatever you like here. This is your child's pose, nobody else's. And we're just going to rest here for a moment. And as we begin to breathe, we notice how the belly rises with the inhale and falls with the exhale. And resting here in this Balasana, this child's pose, I'm just going to talk for a moment a little bit about why it's important to stretch and take some of these poses after a tough workout. If you're lifting heavy weights, if you're running a lot, you're doing a lot of compression within your muscles, that's how our muscles grow. They compress, they extend, and over time, that allows them to get larger and stronger. Now, when we're stretching, we're actually releasing a lot of that lactic acid that's being created in the muscles, and we're lubricating the muscles. We're allowing it to flow throughout the body and really loosen up in all areas. So that's why it's really important that we are taking the time to find our Balasana after a heavy workout, or find our corpse pose, our Simhasana, after we do a lot of running that day. So from here in our child's pose, wherever you are, whatever variation you are in, just sinking in deeper here with each breath. On the exhale, I want you to start to imagine that the tailbone behind you is almost extending out and reaching out, rooting down into the earth behind you. This way you keep that extension, you keep that stretch through the low back. And at the same time, with your inhales, you're lengthening. And on the exhales, if it's available to you, you can walk the hands out a little bit further. You can deepen the stretch through the front of the chest and through the armpits and through the upper back. Or you can stay exactly where you are. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, you're going to lengthen up long through the spine. On the exhale, walk your hands over to that right-hand side, however far you'd like to go. When you get there, if it's available to you, bring this left hand on top of the right. And then square this left shoulder back down towards the earth. You'll start to feel a nice stretch on that left side rib cage. Really wonderful way to stretch all throughout the lower side body. Take a nice deep breath in. You can slowly walk the hands back through center and exhale over to that left side. If you can, right hand on top of left, and then squaring that right shoulder down towards the earth, allowing you to deepen the stretch through that right side body. Inhale here and exhale. Beautiful. Breath in and breath out. When you're ready, you can walk the hands back into center with the inhale. Exhale. One last breath here in this Balasana child's pose. And when you're ready, you can walk the hands in towards the body. Keep the chin tucked into the chest. Press the palms down. Slowly roll up, one seat at a time. You can close the knees. Come to your Virasana pose, your hero's pose, if this is comfortable for you. From our Virasana pose, sitting up tall, nice and comfortable through the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, heart shines up to the sky. Good. Inhale, we're going to come up onto our knees. This is our half Tadasana, our half mountain pose. And if you look at me from the side, you'll notice the tops of my feet are actually relaxed. My toes are not curled in. We want to have tops of the feet into the earth. And then you can bring your knees about this hip bone distance, if that's comfortable for you. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Relax the shoulders down, and exhale, hands can come to heart center. Beautiful. Pull this belly button in towards your spine. Hold here for a moment. This is half Samastiti or Ardha Samastiti. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, you can bring the hands down to your side, shake them out. We're going to move into our Parighasana, our gate pose. This is a really wonderful way, again, to stretch into the side body, stretch into this IT band, while also giving a little bit of stretch to your hip flexors and your inner thighs. So from here, we're going to start on the right side. So extending left leg long to the side. So already you'll start to feel the stretch through this inner left thigh. Take a moment here, deep breath in, belly button comes in towards your spine, and inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And exhale, let's bring them down to heart center. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, you can press the top of that right foot into the earth. That should help stabilize you just a little bit. So taking a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up tall. Hands can come to heart center on the exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, let's reach up tall again. Relax the shoulders down. On the exhale, we're going to feel this through our right side. So left hand comes down. You can come to your knee, your thigh. You can come down to a block or the earth. And keeping this right side long and strong, you want to start to, on the exhale, extend this right arm up and over your right ear. Just like we do for a seated side body stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, rotate your heart open to the sky. Inhale, nice strong core, belly button. Pulls in towards the spine. It all starts from the core. And exhale, you can come back up to standing. Beautiful. Let's try that on the opposite side. So you can bring that left knee into center. Extend this right leg out long. And it might feel different or a little bit uncomfortable from one side to the other, and that's completely fine. That's why we do these stretches and these poses, so they become a little bit more consistent and open for the body, and it allows our workouts to become a little bit more effective and a little bit more intentional. So bringing this right block down wherever you need it, if you have one. Take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up to the sky, relax shoulders down. On the exhale, right hand comes down to knee or to the block or to the earth. Left arm comes up and over, side body stretch. Noticing we're not dumping into this right shoulder or this right elbow. We're keeping a nice mindful space between this ear and shoulder. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, come up and over. Nice, long, strong fingertips. Beautiful. Breath in. Breath out, rotate your heart open to the sky. Feeling this just here for a moment. Breath in. On the exhale, you can come back up to standing, hands at Samasthiti, hands at heart center. So let's bring that to the other side now. We're going to bring a little bit of more movement, a little bit more dance in there now that we've stretched out both sides. So taking this left leg back out long to the side, nice relaxed foot here, no pinching ankles. Top of the foot is relaxed into the earth. Inhale, let's reach the arms up tall, relax the shoulders down. Exhale, come down to that left side. Right arm reaches up and over. Beautiful. With your inhale, come up through center. On the exhale, you're going to drop this right hand down to the ground. Beautiful. We're in a modified side plank. Reaching this left arm up and over. If it feels nice to point that left toe, stretch through that left side body. Beautiful. Inhale, plant that left foot. Come up through center. Tee the arms if you'd like. Exhale, up and over. And begin to just gently dance your gate pose, dance your Parighasana from one side to the other with your breath, with your movement. Being mindful, being intentional. A few more times here. And what's really important here is we are stretching into all sides of our legs. This left leg is extended out long. We're getting stretched through the front, through the inside, through the outside, through our different movements in our dance. Last time, you can come through center. You can bring this left leg in. Shake the hips out a little bit if you need it. And we'll come to that opposite side. So stretching right leg out long to your side. Beautiful. Long and strong, nice and tall up through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up tall. Exhale, right hand comes down and over with the left hand for a Parighasana gate pose. Inhale, strong core. Let's come through center, tee the arms. Exhale, this left hand now plants. Right arm comes up and over. Lift through the hips. If it feels nice to point the right toe, please do so. Inhale, plant that right foot, come up through center. And exhale over to that right hand side. Left arm comes up and over. Beautiful. Take this movement, take this flow, take it however fast or slow you like, but move with the breath. Move with intention. Last few times, and when you're ready, you can meet me back in center. Take what you need. If you need to wiggle the hips out, that's perfectly fine. And then you can come back to sit on the heels, Virasana pose. Take a moment here, reaching up tall through the crown of the spine. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Beautiful. Next, we're going to move into our Cobra series. So take what you need and I will meet you on our stomachs. So Cobra series is done on our stomachs. So from your Virasana, you're going to crawl your way down to the mat. Knees can stay where they are and drop the upper body down. Beautiful. You can create a little pillow with the hands. Elbows come out to your side and drop your left or your right cheek down to the earth, or down to your hands, whichever one you like most. Just breathe here for a moment. Mini Shavasana. Inhale. Exhale. We'll start to move into our first Cobra, our baby Cobra. So bringing your elbows down next to your rib cage, you want your hands by your side, fingertips spread wide. Inhale, lengthen up tall through the crown of the head. Relax the glutes and stay light in the hands. Inhale, lengthen, reach up tall. Chest is proud, and exhale. You can come back down, mini Shavasana. Bring the opposite cheek down to your earth. When you're ready, we'll do that again. Elbows in towards your side, shoulder blades roll down and back and hug the spine. Hands become light. With your inhale, lengthening up tall through the crown of the head. Nice bend in the elbows. Maybe it helps to gaze up a little bit. Release the glutes. Relax the tops of the feet into the earth and exhale. Come back down. Mini Shavasana, you can bring your opposite cheek to the earth. Sometimes it feels nice to windshield wiper these legs from side to side. Give them a little bit of love and a little bit of movement. And when you're ready, we'll bring the feet back to the earth. This time we'll take a little bit more medium Cobra. So this time your fingertips or your hands might slide back just a little bit so they're a little bit more in line with the chest. Inhale, reach up tall through the crown. Lengthen up tall through the spine. Heart shines to your sky. Little bit more straightening through the arms, but keeping a micro bend in the elbows. Inhale together and exhale. Coming back down to your earth. Opposite cheek down to the ground. Beautiful. Last Cobra pose here, and this time we can take full expression. If that means you're going up into your upward facing dog, your Urdhva Mukha Svasana, that is perfectly fine. Hands slide back, palms ground down, fingertips spread wide. Reach up tall through the crown of the head with your inhale. If you'd like to come up onto the tops of the feet, let the hips sink. Roll the shoulder blades down and back, gaze up towards your sky. If you'd like to rock your head from side to side, if that feels good. Or maybe you leave the upper body and you rock the hips from side to side. This can feel really wonderful on our IT bands, on our glutes, and some muscles you might not even notice that are working. Beautiful. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, come back down to the ground. You can create a nice pillow with the hands. Windshield wiper the feet. What feels good and what feels right for you? Beautiful. You can find your fingertips back down on the earth. Press the palms down. Sit your way back. into a Balasana, a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees open wide, spread the arms out long in front of you. Nice extension through that tailbone into the earth, as well as up through the crown, extending out long in front of you. Nice, strong, wonderful, relaxing breath in this Balasana pose. And when you're ready, you can separate the feet. So bring the feet about hips distance. We're coming into our tabletop pose. So just for a moment here, you can leave the feet flexed or you can relax them down, whatever you like. We're going to move into our cat-cows. So with our inhale, drop the belly, hug the shoulder blades, heart shines forward, gaze up towards your sky. And exhale, press through the palms, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, look back through your legs. Inhale, drop the belly, hug the shoulder blades, heart shines forward. Exhale, press the palms, round the spine. Feel the shoulder blades peel away from the spine. Really dramatize this pose. Inhale, heart shines forward. Imagine I'm pulling on your heart with a string through your arms. And exhale, cat pose. Continue these cat-cows at your own pace, your own style, your own breath, your own movement, whatever you like here. If that means you move a little bit into some hip circles, or maybe you come up onto your fingertips, or maybe you bend into your elbows, or make these movements a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more yours. You can find what you need from the cat to the cow and back. It's a really wonderful dance here. Really wonderful way to bring some loosening, some love, some engagement through your spine, all the way from the bottom, from where your tailbone is, up through into your cervical spine and into your top of the crown of your head. It's all a chain, it's all connected. Isn't that lovely? So continuing your cat-cows here, just a few more, breathing with this, breathing with your pace. And when you're ready, we'll come back to a neutral spine, neutral tabletop. And now we'll begin to tuck our toes underneath. Beautiful. Hover the knees and just with the breath, slowly on the inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Heels can drop down towards the earth. And here we are in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And just for a moment here, walk this dog from side to side. Inhale, bend into one knee. Exhale, bend into the other. Whatever looks or feels good. Whatever feels good for you and your body in this moment. Beautiful. We are going to come into our Kapotasana, our pigeon pose. So starting on our right side, let's hover this right leg behind you, however far or high up you'd like to go. Point the toe, and on the exhale, we're going to bring it forward, right knee to right elbow. Right ankle comes down to the earth. Finding a nice place where you can drop the hips down towards the earth. If you notice that you're starting to slide back onto that right hip, you can bring a block or a bolster or a rolled up blanket right underneath this hip here, like so. And it'll help to keep your hips a little bit more in line and focus the stretch to that outer right IT band. So from here, take a nice deep breath in, reach up tall through the crown of the head. On the exhale, you can begin to fold, letting the upper body walk your way forward. If you come down to your forearms, or maybe you bring your forehead to a block or a pillow, whatever variation you like here. And just coming into your breath for a moment. Our Ekapada Kapotasana, our one-legged pigeon, it's a really intense stretch. It's a really deep stretch, not often found at the start of a yoga class. You'll find it towards the middle or the end because it does bring a lot of opening and a lot of strengthening and a lot of stretching through this outer right hip, this inner hip flexor, even into that left side quad, which we'll get to in a moment. But before that, let's come back to our breath. And note that if this is uncomfortable in any way, that everything is temporary. This is just a moment in time where you're exploring through the body. You're allowing what is to be what is. A few more breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, if you're folded over, you can bring your hands to the earth, prop yourself back up. For our King Pigeon, our Raja Kapotasana, from this space, you're just going to gently bend into this left knee. You can bring your right hand down to a block or the earth, reach behind you with the left hand. If you can grab onto the inner left foot, you can gently deepen the bend in the left knee, stretching through that left quad. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, we don't want to just let this left foot flop down to the earth. We want to let it go with intention and mindfully bring this left foot down. You can move your props out of the way, whatever you used. Bring your hands down to the earth. We're going to find our way back to that downward facing dog. However you need to get there, if it's through a tabletop or through a couple cat-cows, please take that. You can walk these legs out, walk this dog out, and then come to neutral dog. With your inhale, extend that left leg up to the sky, point the toe. On the exhale, come under and through, left knee to left elbow. That left ankle comes down towards the right wrist. You can drop down that right knee, uncurl the right foot. Bring in any blocks or props where you may need them under the hips or in front of you. And this does not need to look or feel the same as the first side. So lengthening up tall through our spine for a moment, deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can begin to fold. Maybe you come down to your forearms or to the earth or to a block, whatever you like here. And we'll rest here for a few moments with the breath. Remembering that this breath is so strong, it's so powerful. Your breath allows you to take in such clean and beautiful, wonderful oxygen and spread it throughout the body, increase the blood flow. So allow your breath to hold you here for just a moment. Just a few more breaths here. Whatever you need, whatever you like. Feeling the stretch through that outer left IT band, that left glute. While also doing your best to not squeeze too much into this right butt cheek. That way we're not inviting any pressure into this low back area, and we're really focusing the stretch on this left side low body. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to the earth, slowly lift the upper body. If you'd like, you can bring that left hand to a block or to the earth. Slowly start to bend into this right knee behind you, point the toe. If you can reach back behind you with this right hand. Inside grip, thumb points up. Inhale and exhale. Deepen the stretch. Feeling this through that right quad, really strong muscle. Supports all of our walking and our heavy lifting. Inhale And exhale. Breath here. Breath out. When you're ready, you can release this right foot. Slowly, gently lower that right foot down to the earth and unwind, removing your props. And find your way back to your downward facing dog just for a moment. Walk through the legs. We'll come down to our Virasana, our hero's pose. And rest here for a moment. Hands can come to heart center. Lastly, we're going to come to our back and do a nice fish pose to close our class. Lastly, we're going to come to our backs and close with Matsyasana, fish pose, one of my favorites. So taking what you need, you can bring your legs out in front of you. We're going to start with a nice long, tall spine, reaching up tall through the crown of the head. On the exhale, you can roll the shoulder blades down and back and bring the hands behind you. Fingertips point down towards the body. With your legs still engaged, heart shines up towards the sky, shoulder blades hug around the spine. You can drop your head back here. This is one variation for our fish pose. If you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, come down onto the forearms while keeping this heart shining up towards the sky. You can drop the head back if you'd like. This is also fish pose. If you'd like to take this even a little bit deeper, you can float the legs, point the toes up towards the sky, a little bit of engagement through our hip flexors and our core. Inhale together, heart shines up, 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 and exhale. You can come back down to the earth. You can lower it all the way back down. Just rest here for a moment. If it feels nice to bring your knees in together and walk your feet out to the width of the mat. Hands can come to prayer and rest over your third eye. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now, another way that you can do fish pose, and it's a little bit more of a relaxed fish pose, is by bringing a block, a prop, or a blanket, a pillow, anything, right behind your heart. So any space right around that shoulder blade area that helps to keep your heart lifted. And if you'd like, you can take this as a more passive pose with the block. So coming down all the way, you can let the crown of your head relax on the earth. Beautiful. Our shoulder blades are still hugging around the spine. Our heart is still shining up to the sky. We just have that block, that support to help us a little bit through. Fish pose is a really lovely stretch of the entire front side of the body. That belly can help with digestion. It's also a really wonderful heart opener. So that's all I have today, but I do have a 5-minute Shavasana video that you can watch up next. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm so honored for you to be here today. The light in me sees, admires, and honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and don't forget that it all starts from the core.